Have you ever noticed how someone who once looked at you with admiration suddenly becomes cold and indifferent? It's one of the most unpleasant moments in a relationship when you feel like you're losing someone important. She no longer shows interest in your words, doesn't laugh at your jokes, and instead of genuinely wanting to spend time with you, there's only formal communication. These changes can be alarming. You start asking yourself questions. What went wrong? Where did you make a mistake? And how can you fix it? This feeling drives us to seek quick solutions, which are often the wrong ones. But do you know what's most interesting? The reason isn't always that you did something wrong. The real issue lies elsewhere. A woman's interest doesn't fade because of one mistake, but because the dynamic of your relationship changes. If you want to understand how to regain her interest, you need to look not only at her but also at yourself. Today, we'll break down this process step by step, and if you watch until the end, I promise you'll discover the key to solving this problem. When a man feels that his woman is losing interest, the first reaction is to do anything to win her back. And this is where many make a mistake. We start acting out of fear, out of the desire to keep her, out of the fear of losing what's dear to us. We begin texting her more often, calling her, giving gifts, and suggesting more time together. We think that the more effort we put in, the more she'll value us. But in reality, this doesn't work. Why? Because a woman senses that these actions come not from sincere love, but from panic-driven fear. This doesn't strengthen the relationship, it undermines it. True attraction doesn't come from trying to please or prove something. It comes from being a strong, whole person, confident in yourself and your actions. Think back to the beginning of your relationship. You were busy with your own life, your goals, your hobbies, your ambitions. You lived a full life, and that's what made you attractive. She saw independence in you, someone who knows what they want. But what happened then? You began giving all your attention only to her, forgot about yourself, and stopped being the man she fell in love with. Imagine two different examples of behavior. The first is a man who constantly calls his woman, asks where she is, who she's with, and why she isn't replying to his messages. He surrounds her with excessive care, but in this care, there's more insecurity than love. This man appears weak to her because he's trying to fill a void in himself through her. Now, the second example. A man who has clear goals in life, who works on his projects, exercises, and spends time with friends. He's confident in himself, loves his woman, but doesn't depend on her constant approval. This man appears strong, and people are drawn to him because he doesn't try to win attention. He simply lives his life as he wants. A woman can always intuitively sense who's in front of her. She isn't attracted to someone who depends on her emotionally, someone who builds their happiness solely around her presence. She's drawn to someone who can be happy and complete on their own. And it's to such a man that she'll gravitate because he gives her a sense of freedom and confidence. When you realize you're losing a woman's interest, it's crucial not to act impulsively. Instead, stop and ask yourself a few questions. Who am I? What am I passionate about? What are my goals? What makes me happy? These questions may seem simple, but the answers reveal who you really are. A woman is attracted not to your words or your actions, but to what you radiate as a person. If your life is full of energy, if you're passionate about your pursuits, she'll want to be a part of that life. Start small. Remember what you loved doing before, what hobbies you had, what goals you set for yourself. Focus on yourself. Find what inspires you. And don't do it for her, do it for yourself. When you begin to fill your life with new meaning, it will become noticeable. She'll see that the man she admired is back. But what if, after all these changes, she still doesn't show interest? This may be hard to accept, but it's important to learn to let go. Accepting the fact that relationships can end is a sign of inner strength. This doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you understand that your happiness shouldn't depend on someone else. And the moment you stop fearing loss, you gain incredible freedom. People always feel when they're being held on to. It creates pressure and discomfort. But when you show that you're confident, that you value yourself even if the relationship doesn't work out, it earns respect. A woman begins to see you not as someone desperately trying to hold on to her, but but as someone who knows their worth. Free yourself from the illusion that you can control her feelings. Feelings can't be controlled, but what you can control is your behavior, your actions, and your state of mind. Embrace the idea that love is a choice, not an obligation. When you stop putting her interest at the center of your life, you become free, and that freedom gives you an incredible sense of confidence. The great truth is that relationships aren't about someone else making you happy. Relationships are about two happy people walking the same path. If you feel like you've lost her interest, this could be a signal to reevaluate not just yourself but your partnership. Stop thinking about how to fix her feelings. Start thinking about how to rediscover yourself. What inspired her about you at the beginning? What kind of person were you when she fell in love with you? This doesn't mean you should pretend to be someone else, but you should return to your best self, the one who dreamed big, who was interesting, bold, and confident. And now, let's talk about practical steps. Start by restoring your inner energy. Bring back into your life the things that bring you joy, drive, and inspiration. It could be sports, learning, hobbies, travel, or a new project. Find what ignites you inside and pour your energy into it. When you're passionate about something, you become magnetic to others. A woman will sense this energy, and her interest will return because you'll once again be the man who inspires her. Another key point: stop fearing solitude. The fear of being alone makes us cling to relationships that have run their course. But solitude isn't a sentence. It's a time to focus on yourself, your goals, your dreams. Many men make the mistake of thinking their value is determined by their relationships. But your value is in who you are, not in who you're with. Relationships aren't a competition where the winner is the one who kept their partner. They're a journey of two people growing together. If you want to regain her interest, stop trying. Instead, start growing. Become a person who is impossible not to admire and respect. And if she doesn't appreciate that, then she isn't the right woman for you. Remember, your life is your responsibility. Don't wait for someone else to make you happy. You are the source of your happiness. A woman is only a part of your life, not its center. And once you understand this, you'll see your confidence grow, and with it, her interest will return. If you've made it to the end of this video, I want to thank you for your time. This already shows that you're ready to change, to work on yourself and your relationships. Don't forget that every change begins with the first step. Today, you've learned that the fear of losing is your biggest enemy. Tomorrow, you'll start working on yourself. And in a month, a year, you'll look back and see how far you've come. Let's make this platform a place where men grow, inspire, and share their success stories. Your stories can help others, just as I hope this video has helped you. Share your thoughts, ask questions. I'm always happy to read your comments and ideas. Remember, every day is a new opportunity. An opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and happier. Use it. Live life to the fullest, inspire those around you, and never stop growing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.